All right. So over here, we are with the new topic from chapter number 9, that is heating and cooling. And the topic that we have started is effects of heat gain and heat loss. It is there on page number 191 in your books. Okay. So when we talk about heat, we have already done with the definition of it. That temperature is nothing, all right? It is always heat that is there around us every time wherever we are. And even if sometimes we feel cold, it means that there is absence of heat, all right? There is no such thing as cold, but it is always that is absence of heat, all right, or presence of heat. Now, when we talk about the effects of heat gain and heat loss, that what are the effects when we lose the heat and what are the effects when we gain it. So first of all, the mandatory thing is that heat gain can cause the temperature of an object to increase and heat loss can cause the temperature to fall. All right. Again, I'm repeating this. It is also written on page 191 that heat gain can cause the temperature of an object to increase and heat loss can cause the temperature to fall. Now, this is the same thing that we did in the previous class as well. Now, when we talk about the effects of heat gain and loss, there are several effects of it, all right? But in today's class, we are only going to figure it out the first one, that is the change in state. State means physical appearance, all right? That effects of heat and loss can change the physical appearance of an object. Now, over here, they have given us two questions to solve. Number one, why does the ice cube melt? Number two, what changes when the ice melts? As you all know that what changes when the ice melts, the physical feature of it changes. All right, the physical state of the ice changes when it melts, and what happens to it? It changes its identity and it goes into liquid. And why does the ice cube melt? Because of the heat gain. All right, when ice cube gains the heat from the environment, it loses its identity and it changes itself into the liquid one. So this becomes the effect of heat gain and loss as per the change of state. Now we're here, the effect of heat. Heat only flows from a hotter object or place to a cooler object or place. ठीक है ना? यानी कि heat किस तरह से flow करती है from the hotter to the cooler one, right? For example, whenever you feel very cold, whenever there is absence or lack of heat, what do? You can just lit up on the fire, and from it you will gain the heat as per the picture is shown over here. Now over here, effects of matter in general, solid, liquid, and gaseous. All right, it expands when they gain heat and it contract when they lose heat. Contract means to become small, expand means to uh, expand and to just get along with all the matter that you have. ठीक है ना? तो हम किसी भी मैटर की बात करें, whether we talk about solid, whether we talk about liquid or gases, it always expands when they gain heat. यानी कि वो जो अपनी position है उससे बढ़ जाते हैं, ठीक है, in their physical appearance, and they always contract. Contract means they always collapse when they lose the heat. Now over here, in the third image, yeah. What are the effects of heat gain and heat loss on matter? ठीक है, we have three different matters: solid, liquid, and gas. सबसे पहले क्या हो जाता है? Solid when gains heat, it becomes liquid, and again liquid when gains heat, it becomes gases, right? फिर हम जब हम वाइस वर्सा कर देते हैं, gases when loses heat, it becomes liquid. Liquid when loses heat, it becomes solid. If you can focus over here, यहाँ पे coolness का कोई जिक्र नहीं हो रहा है. They are never talking about the coolness, that how does the environment get cooler, all right? Why they are not talking about it? Because it is always, every time it is heat only, ठीक है ना, none other substance. यहाँ पर भी हमें वही चीज बता रहे हैं, solid, liquid and gases. That when solid, uh, whenever the energy increases in solid, it becomes liquid. Again, when it increases, it becomes gas. Then gaseous increase, then gaseous energy, when it decreases, it becomes liquid. And liquid energy, when it decreases, it becomes solid. ये पूरा vice versa चल रहा होता है, from solid, liquid and gases. ठीक है? Now over here, they are showing us few examples that how does it work. There are four columns made over here. In column number one, they are telling us about the state. ठीक है? there are four states: solid, liquid, gas, and then again liquid. ठीक है, अगर हम liquid को end वाले को छोड़ भी दें, they have just repeated it in order to show us one more example. Then, when in solid they added heat, what happens to the state? It changes its physical feature. The solid becomes into liquid. जब भी solid के ऊपर आप heat add करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? It will change its states into liquid. And example over here is your melting process. ठीक है? You can take an ice cream as an example. आपकी आइसक्रीम जो होती है वो एक सॉलिड शेप में होती है, एक सॉलिड मोल्ड में होती है. As soon as it gets heat from the environment, what happens to it? It melts and it changes itself into liquid. Now, the other state they have shown over here is liquid. When liquid gains heat, what happens? It changes its physical appearance and it goes back to the gas. And over here they have given one more example as evaporation. ठीक है ना? Then gas, when it adds cold into it, ठीक है ना? जब गैस यानी कि अपनी heat energy जब lose कर देता है, it becomes cold, and what happened to it? It becomes liquid, condensation. And liquid, when it gains energy from the environment, ठीक है ना, तो क्या हो जाता है? ये solid बन जाता है and it freezes. Vice versa. Again, they have shown the vice versa of solid and liquid and gases. ठीक है? So I hope that the concept of heat, effect of heat gain and heat loss as per change in state has been clear.